Alright now, hey world, this is Kevin Hart. Yes, the comedian. Yes, I am one of the funniest comedians in the world, if not one of the shortest, tallest. But that's not all I do. I'm also into fitness. I have a great fitness show on YouTube. Or is it Netflix? I don't really know. When I stop to catch my breath, I also have a shoe line that I work on with Nike. Very exclusive, very highly exclusive stuff. When I'm not doing that, I'm working on the 6th, or is it the 39th season of my show on BET? I don't really know, you know? But look, while I'm in between scenes on there, I'm working on my next comedy tour. And in between eye blinking, I go and do some stuff for my sponsors, you know, commercials, pictures, whatever they want. While they are loading film, I read a couple of scripts for some movies that I'm gonna do. Just when I think I can get some rest, my goodness, I have to make sure that my LOL mobile app network is running properly, because y'all know I'm doing that. Then I start filming for my YouTube series shows, and then... oh my goodness, what happened? Hey young man, you passed out, Mr. Hart, man. I think you're doing way too much, bro. Yo, look, listen, alright? Okay, alright, listen. But when I'm not doing all of that, or being a husband, father, and social media icon, I try to squeeze in about half a minute to listen to WhatTheFudgePodcast with my man Sice Man. Look, somebody help me, please, somebody help me. I don't even have enough time to take a
look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
Hey, 6. Think you did it again, nigga. Created another hit, nigga.
What's goody? Welcome back to What the Fudge. Hey man, What the Fudge Podcast episode number, what is this, 19? This is your host, Sice Man. I got my homie here, Charismatic Jones.
Yes, indeed.
I got the other homie here, G. What's up, bro?
What's up?
How was y'all weeks today? Let's start with the homie Jones. How was your week, bro?
Man, my week was amazing, bro.
Okay, what's going on?
I got hooked up with an old friend of mine and kind of rekindled that old little rap relationship.
Okay.
And he turned out to be going on one of the third biggest shows in China, which is Rap for China.
Oh man, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds like some good stuff. G, how about you? How was your week, man?
My week was, I try to keep a routine, so it's kind of routine.
Same old. Mine was exactly the same too, man. Work, robot, then gym here, there, family. Same old stuff. We want to thank the homie Kevin Hart for that intro, man. We understand that he does a whole lot of things. We just needed to get him some help. He passed out a little bit, so y'all know how we do. Let's go ahead and go into the news. And the only thing in the news this week, everybody pretty much was making fun of this lady that called the police on the black people that was at the park. Apparently they were at the park barbecuing with charcoal.
Yeah, man, I heard about that.
And they... What do y'all think about
this dude
that,
was
man?
known in the community already. They already knew who he was.
Oh, the person that was at the park barbecuing?
The black guy.
Oh, okay. And then it turned out the lady was a professor, so it's like, you educated, what you tripping for?
Really thought. You know what I really thought?
What's that, Joe? Tell us what's on your mind, brother.
She wanted him.
Let's
think
you
about
think it was on the low, like she wanted him, she didn't get invited to the barbecue, and so that way she just started hating. She was like, I'm gonna call the police.
Exactly. The other Caucasian lady said, we see him here all the time. He said he's been there over, 27 years?
Right.
Come on, bro. That woman came out of nowhere. She's lonely.
She looked a little lonely. Maybe she was a little depressed, sad. She smelt the barbecue coming. It was hitting her nose, and that black barbecue is a little different than no offense to nothing, but we season and cook food a little different. So Oh no, man, that's just.
I just think it was loneliness, man.
It's not. It's
I'm not even gonna say she hates blacks.
I didn't have people call the police on me for dumb stuff too, though. Like I remember one time we was looking. We had just visited the house that we at, and we just parked up the street in the neighborhood or something like that. The car broke down, and we parked in the neighborhood. And within 5 minutes, the police came, and we wasn't even doing anything. We was just sitting in the car. So I can only imagine, you know, I definitely can relate, and I got plenty of experiences like that. But
one time, I was at the grocery store, just got finished shopping.
Right.
And I went to the, like, right to the plug that was like that by the grocery store. And I looked in the store at the woman, and she picked up the phone as soon as I stood there. She looked at me and she picked up the phone. I'm like, okay.
She seen the black dude looking at her.
I just said, put the charge on my car, and the police was there in like 2-3 minutes.
Dang.
Like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm just charging my phone.
Dang. That's crazy,
that
man.
That sounds about like the everyday struggle of having brown skin.
I was about to say, that sounds like a normal day-to-day stuff.
I knew she called as soon as I looked at it. I was like, okay, come on, man.
Yeah, you already knew something was going down, man. So, hopefully, I don't know, this lady probably gonna go into hiding after this, because she's everywhere with this. They didn't put memes all up of her everywhere. Hopefully, like I said, she chill out. Let's go ahead and go into the next segment, which is dropping game. And this week, speaking of stuff like this, I thought it was great to talk about how to de-escalate, how to calm down when, you know, you get upset, you get riled up. Because put yourself in a position that you out with your family at the park. And, you know what I'm saying, if somebody call the police on you, and you ain't even doing nothing, man. I know for me, the things that kind of help me de-escalate, I think about prison, because I know that's where I might end up going. So I definitely try to calm down, because I can take it there, but I think about my family. Also, I like to go lift weights. I think that's a huge stress reliever. That's a huge therapy. Anybody out there that do be suffering from anger issues, try the weights or something like that. How about you?
Take a nice jog, man.
G, what you do, man?
Just you know, take your mind off of everything. Listen to some music,
right?
And jog, and just let your mind just be free.
And just run
everything else, yeah.
Run until your
feet hurt. If something comes to you, just think about how much the pain is from the running.
Well, if you don't like running, though,
take a walk.
You can speed walk in Jones. How about you, bro?
You know, I can make it something as simple as saying meditation, but I say
like nam yo re cake yo, nam yo re cake yo, nam yo re cake yo.
No. What I'm saying is, you know,
don't hit me, Ike.
You know, I find to feel you got to do things that are therapeutic to you. You know what I mean? Like if you got to find a place that you love that's quiet and go there, you got to go there. Whether it's like the mountains or that room in your house, or if it's like water. Like I know water calms me down a lot.
So you be like meditating on the beach or something like that?
Heck yeah, the beach, or even in your bathtub. You just lay in your bathtub and just sit still.
On personal little,
you know what I mean? Just turn off the lights, light some candles, and close the door and just chill.
Some salt
and don't think about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just clear your mind as much as you can.
That sounds pretty good.
If your mind is calm and is still, then pretty much you're not going to be tormented with
you ain't going to be worried about none of that stuff. You ain't going to be too worried about any of that stuff and nothing like that, man. So I think you should try
deep breaths.
Yeah, deep breaths are important. I be needing 10. I be needing like 10. 3 ain't enough, man. That 3 will just have me still a little hot, just more refreshed. But let's go ahead and go into this skit right here. Speaking of the calling of the cops, seems like another person has called the cops. We got some actual video footage, some audio of a phone call. Let's see what they talking about over here.
911, what's your emergency? Oh my God. Please send someone out here fast. Look. This black guy is on a killing spree. Hurry up, my goodness. Sir, calm down, please. Tell me where you are. All right, look, man. I'm looking from the window of my house. I'm on 420 Booger Lane, all right? Please hurry up and send somebody out here, man. SWAT, something. I don't know, man. The National Guard. Make sure they come with guns loaded. Okay, sir. I need you to relax. Tell me what the man is doing. My goodness. All those innocent lives. It's a black man, okay? He's in the front of his house, and he's killing the grass. He's killing the grass by cutting it with a lawnmower. Hey, man, what's going on, man? I'm just cutting my grass, officer. Put the weapons down, man. What y'all doing? You saw him charging at me, right? You saw him charging at me with the lawnmower, right? Well, looks like I'll be on vacation for a few weeks. That's wrong.
And we're back from that, from the thing. It looked like they called the police on homeboy just for cutting his grass, man. Dang. That's pretty messed up. Looks like you can't even cut your grass no more without getting the police called on you. Next time, you ain't gonna be able to cut your hair without getting the police called on you. So let's go into our next segment, which is What the Fudge. Hey man, What the Fudge? What the Fudge? This week, I think the high topic of What the Fudge was this. I don't know if too many people heard about this. It was a Chinese family that was raising a dog for about 2 years, and then it turned out that it really wasn't a dog, it was a bear. So
that's crazy.
My first question is, you know a bear when you see a baby bear, man. Like,
you think it was a Saint Bernard?
And I ain't no Saint Bernard sitting up on his butt. Like, I would have noticed it didn't have no long tail. I would have noticed the bear face-like features. I would have noticed
it was a big-faced bear,
right?
Big-faced dog,
right? There ain't no like a chow or something like that. Like, I don't know, man. What y'all think about this crazy stuff, man?
The Asian culture has a lot of dogs that look like bears.
Man, I ain't never seen no dog that look like a bear. What dog?
You got Akitas kind of look like bears.
I'm gonna have to do my research.
Chows look like bears.
They kind of furry like one.
Like a lion. Then you got those little ones that they raise. They just stay small and they're real furry and cute.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so yeah, I do. I think I know what you're talking about. I would have knew it was a bear when it growled, when it was roaring, when it was going through stuff. Man, I would have definitely.
I would have knew it was a bear when I bought it.
It would have been like, Yogi or Boo Boo, if you don't get up out of here and stop playing around, you ain't getting my basket, Hobie. But
everything at night.
Yeah, man, they should have known that, man. Come on.
It's like buying a raccoon and saying, "Hey, I thought I bought a cat.
I thought I had a kitty cat.
I had a cat with opposable thumbs."
Right. This thing started opening doors and stuff and dapping me up.
That's grabbing fruit and washing it. Never seen an animal wash fruit.
Dapping me up before I go to sleep. But let's go ahead and go to the next topic. This one was another crazy one, man. This was a 25-year-old that was posing as a high school student, a high school basketball star, Mr. Sidney Poitier or something like that.
Please don't say it's Poitier.
Man, not Poitier. Man, this kid was posing. This dude is sick, man. This dude was dating a 14-year-old.
He took him the whole high school.
He took the whole high school. He said, "I am back in high school, bro."
But he really did this though. That's
he had the Freaky Friday episode or something. I don't know, man. It was pretty bad. But they said that another coach from a basketball team.
Chris Brown coming out all these different body songs with a different body, and I want to feel what a woman parts like.
He probably felt them adult bills, that adult day to day. It was like, man,
he's just
get this.
Too. There's a lot of lonely people out here.
I can't do this, man. I can't do this everyday thing. 25. Yeah, that's sick, man. That's that R. Kelly. That's that R. Kelly, right? Allegedly, that's that R. Kelly right there.
But you know.
I don't know, man. But apparently they said that he's actually going to face charges and everything for this. He was trying to live his glory days, I guess, back on the high school basketball team. He said that he was a Hurricane Harvey victim and that he didn't have any documents or anything like that. Like,
Anything to do.
Man, it's pretty bad. So I think what I need to go do is next time y'all see Sice, man, I'll be posing as a high school football JV. Well, actually, I'm gonna go all the way back to Pop Warner. I'm gonna do it that way. I'm gonna just go back and be a Pop Warner football star.
Pop Warner.
I'm gonna be
13 years old. You're fighting dads.
I'm 14 again. I'll fight the dads, and none ain't gonna want none of me, man. I'm gonna hit the gym extra hard too. I'm living my glory days back since I ain't never get to play Pop Warner and nothing. I'm going back and I'm gonna go that route. But
wow.
Let's go into the Instagram comedian of the week. Last week we had Famous Amos, so funny. You know who I'm talking about. Famous with the dancing and all of that. Yeah. This hype man.
Yeah. Watch me.
Look at the leg. Look at the leg. Look at the leg.
Oh my
His
God.
dad going hype man, dog.
He
His
is
hype
a hype
man
man
is
and a rapper
hilarious.
in one.
He's both, man.
He gonna be the nude first to do this. Do that.
I think so, man. But this week,
watch me. You take you to the back of a U-Haul. He really saving overhead. He don't need a club, a stage.
Homie broke it down.
Town.
He was just breaking it down right there.
Real tour
bro.
show.
That would be tight, man.
With the band in the back.
But let's get back to it. What the Fudge Podcast, episode 19. Instagram comedian of the week is at Team Clayton Thomas. At Team Clayton Thomas. This dude is also a comedian. He's really, really funny. I think he does actually do a lot of skits with his wife. I will be posting some of that stuff. Hopefully I'll have it ready for you guys on Monday as usual. Let's go ahead and go into the next segment, which is the hip hop and R&B review. And this week, the main thing I want to talk about is the Drake and Three Amigos tour. It's gonna be tight. I'm trying to work on them tickets so that we can get up in there. Them ticket prices is a little deathly right now. You're gonna have to sell a kid. You might have to sell a kidney or something like that if you want to be in the halfway nosebleed section. But I think this is gonna be the tour like the next few years, man. Because the Migos is one of the hottest groups out.
Well, you know they going.
And Drake is one of the hottest solo rap artists. So this is going to be a pandemonium crazy event. And then it's going to end in November in Atlanta. So look out for that tour. If you can afford, you might have to sell your car and then Uber there, get you some tickets. Make sure you get you some real tickets.
Okay,
and try to get in the building. Let's go ahead.
That tour is going to be amazing, especially when they come to LA.
Man, when they hit LA, because they're going to be out here from Friday to Wednesday. They taking Monday off.
Yeah.
They're going to be at the Staples Center from Friday to Sunday. Then they're going to do the Forum Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right.
And it's just going to be crazy. I think the traffic out here is going to be horrible with all of the daggone people that's coming out here.
That's going to be like a little mini, Vegas.
You might need to go ahead and get some What the Fudge shirts and put some Migo pictures on it or something and sell those on the side or something. So look out for them What the Fudge, yo.
You know what I mean?
But we're going to go ahead and go into this next topic, which is the J. Cole interview. I like the J. Cole interview he did with Angie Martinez. He kept it real. He was just being honest at that point, man. He was talking about his stepdad and how he had to, witness the abuse with his moms and then him as well getting beat, not really being able to do nothing. His dad wasn't there. He was talking about alcohol.
Is it true that he's from Germany?
I think partially. I think he's one of them army kids or something like that, man. I think he's one of them army kids that was born over there and then, had to be stationed over here or something like that.
That's why you can feel his raps too, because he coming from like a real
personal from a place of Hollywoodism.
Yeah, he coming from a real place of struggle, and he's looking at it from a different view. Plus, he's
8 Mile.
He came under the teachings of Jay-Z. So with Jay-Z as your mentor in the game, like you have nothing else but up.
How did Jay-Z become his mentor? Do you know?
Yeah, he was trying to he tells it in one of his in his first album of how he had made some beats. He was a producer at one point, and he was trying to just get some beats and stuff to Jay-Z. So he was sitting out in the cold, in the rain, in front of the studio waiting for Jay-Z to come, never knowing that he was going to be there. He was just there waiting on fate, and eventually Jay-Z showed up, and he went to hand him the CD to listen to the beats, and he was like, man, I'm Jay-Z. He was like, I ain't gonna take that, give it to one of my partners. And that's how he did it. But he didn't connect with him from there. Later on, he kept working, and then eventually made another connection again through somebody, and Jay-Z kind of had him under his wing.
Oh, wow.
He was with The Rock, and that's where he came out with his first album and everything. And so he done had a great road, man. And he was breaking records. He done broke Drake's couple of records on iTunes and all of that, and Spotify, for most streams in a day and all of that. So I think it was pretty tight. The interview was really good. Check it out on YouTube if you guys haven't took a listen to it. Let's go into the classic album for episode 19 of What the Fudge Podcast. And this week I'm going to have to pick Dipset, Diplomatics, and the album is going to be Diplomatic Immunity. That was the Dipset, Cameron, Joel Santana, Jim Jones. Everybody knows this was a classic album, man. This is what started the whole Dipset movement. This is what got everybody into them extra super big baggy leathers and baggy pants and double X, triple 9X tees and the pink and camera. It was just tight when that movement. I remember I was in high school, man. That movement was crazy, man. Everybody was banging Dipset it didn't matter, from middle school to high school to every parties they was banging it. So if you haven't heard this album, you can go check it out. You can go buy it. I'm sure you know where to do that at. Jones, what's your classic album for this week, homie?
I'm gonna have to say De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising.
You took it back, man. That's pretty nice. Why you say that one?
Because people need to know what real hip hop is.
And that's
people
what you
need to know
gonna get
what
with
real
that,
hip hop
man.
sound like. You know what I mean?
You gonna get that with that type of album too. I definitely think so. G, what's your classic album for this week, man?
I got Wu-Tang 36 Chambers.
Oh, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing with.
Can you talk about Wu-Tang without making your face stank?
You gotta have a stank face. Wu-Tang. You gotta have a stank face with the Wu-Tang. ODB, rest in peace, man. That's a definitely why you picked that one, man. Tell us why you. Everybody know, but
in the beginning of the Wu, man,
it was the beautiful start,
man. And you felt every style, and then they just expanded off, and then just went Wu crazy. Just Wu.
It was crazy, Wu-Tang. Man. They still legendary, man. Check that out too. Let's go ahead and go into the next skit, which is another breaking news. What the Fudge news channel has a breaking story. Let's go ahead and find out what they talking about.
Hello, this is What the Fudge News Break. I'm Tom Tattletale, and we're here live on the scene of a major corporation's all-employee strike. Now it seems that these people are upset, and the crowd is really fired up. SWAT is standing by with tear gas and ready to engage. Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you tell me what's going on here? Yeah, I could tell you what's going on. We pissed off, alright? They haven't had the carne asada chili in the cafeteria for 3 weeks now. 3 weeks! What the fudge, man? Okay, let me get this right. All of this is for some chili? Didn't you hear me, Jack? The first time you suit-wearing robot? This is not acceptable. You can't just give people bomb chili on a weekly basis and then take it away. What the fudge is that? It's control, I tell you. We are not going to take this. We won't make this company no millies until they give us our fudge and chili. Say it with me, y'all. We won't make this company no millies until they give us our fudge and chili. Again. Well, you heard it here live. I'm Tom Tattletale, and we're signing out. Hey, Tom. We got a call for another unarmed black man police shooting on his lawn. There's no need to go. It's not like the video evidence will do anything. So wrong, but true.
And we're back from that commercial. Looks like sometimes if you take away some people's soup, they gonna go on strike and they gonna get a little violent and things might escalate. So don't be taking away people's soup, man. Let's go into the next segment, which is the movie and TV review. And this week, it was a crazy preview that came out, man, called Black with 3 Ks, Klansman. It's Denzel Washington's son posing as
it's gonna be great.
He's an undercover agent, and they sending in somebody that's FBI. I think he might be FBI.
Like no, more like
CIA, man. It's something like that. But
CIA agent, yeah.
And they trying to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. So they got a white dude. So they trying to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. I think that's gonna be it's gonna be dope. Denzel's son sound like him. He look like his mama, but sound like his daddy. So definitely go check the previews out for that. Let's see. The next preview I seen was Escape Plan 2 with 50 Cent. Sylvester Stallone.
I like 50 as a rapper.
I like 50 as an actor. I think he's gonna do good. The movie, it didn't really look like it was gonna be too tight to me. I didn't really like what y'all did. Y'all check it out?
Stallone in it, it's gonna be just bombs.
It's gonna be explosions. It's gonna be small T's. It's gonna be goatees.
30 cows.
It's gonna be all of that.
The shells is gonna be hitting you just as hard as the bullets.
It's gonna be bad, man. But let's go into y'all can check that preview out too.
20.
It looked like another you right. It looked like an Expendables type.
Yeah, added 50.
He might have. Let's go into the next one. This one I just thought of because we saw it, and the movie was crazy. I would have to say Deadpool 2. This movie, man, has one of the greatest villains in it. This is a spoiler alert. If you don't want to know who the villain is in Deadpool 2, you might not want to listen to this next part. The Juggernaut, man. That dude is a beast. They did Juggernaut right this time. He was locked up.
Is he the same Juggernaut?
They got a CGI version.
Is it better?
Way better. Way better. This is the best.
The Juggernaut that they had to lock up.
Tell me what you think. Tell them how to Juggernaut is.
Man. You seen Deadpool?
Yeah.
It's out already? Oh my gosh.
They was trying to pull his helmet off, man. He's still the same Juggernaut though.
Yeah.
His body big.
It's his helmet that makes him
huge.
strong.
It's the magic. It's the type of magic that he got.
That's to block off his brother trying to talk to that mind.
Yeah. He mentions that how Professor X is his brother.
I spoiled it so much.
Yeah. Well, I already warned it though, but he says how Professor X is his brother, but
luckily I'm not a Deadpool fan.
Oh man, you need to see this.
How does Deadpool fight the Juggernaut?
Juggernaut. He couldn't handle the Juggernaut, so they had to get Colossus.
Oh wow!
They had to bring in Colossus, bro. They had Colossus in it. Colossus is getting beat down, and Wolverine's dead. And they started off.
Wolverine.
You didn't see Logan?
Yeah, but the Wolverine rejuvenates.
Nah.
And according to the comic books, Logan is replaced by the one that they had made a clone of. Remember?
I didn't even know about that.
Remember the one that killed the family that Logan was staying with?
Oh yeah, you're right.
He becomes the new Logan.
Oh.
Well, don't. Check my math.
Jones might have a secret low, but Deadpool.
I'm just a comic book head.
It was tight. Like I said, I like the whole Juggernaut. That was my favorite part, man. Was finding out because they keep it a secret. They keep it a super secret throughout the whole movie, man. That and then who the villain is.
This is not a spoiler alert. This is just telling.
It was great, man. Deadpool was tight, man. He got a part in there where he ain't had no legs because the Juggernaut ripped him in half.
Deadpool's legs.
Juggernaut literally ripped him. I already said spoiler alert, bro.
A spoiler alert.
He ripped him in half, bro. That was crazy. But what else? We saw Infinity War. Also, that was crazy. That movie was super dope.
You should spoiler alert that.
Now I think that you have to see Deadpool in order to understand what's going. Because I think that people are saying that at the end, people are trying to say at the end of the Infinity Wars, he's trying to contact Captain Marvel. That's what that little signal is on. What's his name? Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, the loud cursing dude. Captain Marvel was supposed to come save or do something, I don't know. But what I thought was, after we seen Deadpool, I think that the machine that Cable was using to go back in time,
Oh my God, y'all telling me.
they're going to use that, and it's going to end up bringing back everybody that died. I think they're going to do that.
Period.
They're going to do that to not create the glove for Thanos. That's Sice Man's prediction.
He already got
We're
the
going to
glove.
see. Not if you go back in time and not have it created.
But all they have to do to
And the
avoid all
glove
that-
was destroyed at the end of the Infinity Wars too.
Yeah.
When
But
he
they
snapped.
can just take the Soul Stone and just bring the souls back and throw Thanos in the Soul Pool so they can get them souls back.
Bang. That's
what I thought
Jones's
about.
prediction.
I mean, that was
Jones's
just what I thought
prediction.
about. As soon as the movie was over, you know, Marvel, they think they slick. They tried to break people's hearts apart because Black Panther did so good that they tried to break their hearts apart. And so they killed, you know, they
They
burned
had to do
everybody.
it. Yeah, they did that
sifted
foul
everybody.
stuff.
But if you look at the way they killed them off, it's
Mm-hmm.
in a way that they can bring them back.
And that's why I said, yeah, because they did
They
that
take
in the
the Soul
X-Men.
Stone.
They
He
did
had
that in
to
X-Men
sacrifice
when they had Jean
Professor.
making people disintegrate like that,
Yeah.
and then they were
It's
just in
something
another
about
dimension.
disintegration, and it has to do with
Yeah,
dimension.
they're in another
So
dimension.
This
that's
is
all.
what I thought.
Mhm.
A life with the Soul Stone and get the souls back, because it's the life that took the souls. You feel me?
Yeah, because
So
they
that's
had
just my
to.
thoughts.
That'll be tight, but
a nerd.
I think it'll be tight. I hopefully we'll see, man, when they come out, 'cause everybody gonna be waiting for that.
Shout out to Pharrell.
And on top of that, they got a Black Panther 2 already coming out, so
What?
there's no way that
Where'd you hear
that
about
they
this?
in the works. So they didn't already announce
They
that when
killed the
Black
Black
Panther
Panther,
was. That's what I'm saying. How they gonna bring it back? That's when they have to bring them back. So
Yeah, but when did you hear this?
they did that in the announcements, in all of the little interviews. If you go look at different interviews after they started making all of these hundreds of millions and hit the billion mark, they already
it was
approved.
a
They
lot of
said
spoilers.
that they said that the studios had already approved the part 2. But let's go ahead and go into the shows or movie to recommend. This week for episode 19, the Sice Man recommends Den of Thieves. I just seen that. That movie was off the chain.
Oh,
I
you
like the
recommended the
twist.
recent one, huh?
Yeah, I like the twist they had at the end of that. 50
Don't,
did his
man, I
thing
didn't
in
see
there.
it, man.
And Ice
You already
Cube's
gave
son did his thing in there. I didn't say spoiler alert,
Oh,
bro.
well,
Maybe you're
thank
not
you.
listening
Well,
right
thank
now.
God. Let's thank God.
Jones, what's your joint to recommend or a show or movie to recommend for this week?
This movie ties in with the dropping game segment.
Okay.
You feel me? This movie will help you have better game,
Okay.
better everything, if you just pay attention to all the details.
Mm-hmm.
A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale, that's an old school one. He took his super back. Or why you picked that one?
Because, man, there's so many lessons in that movie. If you never had a father, you can watch that movie and pretty much, you know what I mean, you come out a good
You can
person.
get your daddy. Your dad is in that
can
movie.
get
You can spot your daddy in the movie. Is
There's
what you
several
saying?
dads in that movie, man. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's a good movie. Just check it out. You'll see what I mean.
Alright, man. We'll definitely do that. G, what's your show or movie to recommend for this week, man?
So I got a
Power Rangers.
Labyrinth.
Oh,
Labyrinth.
way
Ooh,
back
what's
when.
that?
Wait,
That sound
wait,
like
Is that the one that was
that sound like the
subtitles?
secret bath.
It's got
that,
David Bowie in it.
No, that's not the one with subtitles.
okay.
I'm thinking of Pan's Labyrinth.
Nah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I seen that one.
Ooh, that's good,
But
too.
no, the Labyrinth is just an old school, like, I can't even, like a puppet.
I ain't never seen it, so I wouldn't even
said
know.
take it
Old
back.
school
Old puppet?
Yeah, it's old school. Like you have to see it. It's
Okay.
They do it with puppets. The whole movie's a
It's
puppet.
a lot of
And dogs.
dolls, and you'll see it.
Okay,
Serious?
so Labyrinth.
It's a
was
good one for
joking.
kids. It's a good one for kids.
I was
Oh,
joking,
okay.
bro.
He ended up guessing it anyway.
It's really hand puppets? That sounds
No,
really weird.
it's no. You have to see it. It's just like a world, a whole different imagination land.
Nightmares. No labyrinth. You know, I be having nightmares.
Big
I-
swole.
I'm be having dreams I ain't never had in my life.
Dude
Waking
gonna be
up in
swinging
cold
in his
spins
sleep.
instead of sweat.
Destroying furniture in his sleep.
Demons throwing furniture.
Yeah.
So this girl was basically babysitting her sister.
Uh-huh.
This is the movie. And
But
David Bowie was like, David Bowie was like the king from this other imagination land, and he
What
comes
year
into
was this, dude?
this 85.
Okay, it's way back.
And he came and he abducts the girl's sister, and the girl has to go into this labyrinth and get to.
Oh, to save her.
So
Kind of like
it keeps you engaged.
like the Narnia type thing.
Yeah, it's like a totally
Or
it's
like
a whole
Pan's
different world.
Labyrinth.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth, bro, you gotta watch Pan. You seen it?
I seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, so y'all definitely go check those out. Let's hop into the bring back movie or TV show. This one I definitely took it back. I would love to see a modern version of Married with Children, man. Al Bundy, a new version of Al Bundy with Peggy and all of that. I think that show, I used to watch that show faithfully. That gave you like a real version of how some families really are in America. These people ain't never had no food in their house, but everybody looked like they was well fed. I think a modern version of that, and having Al Bundy be the grandfather, whoever the actor is, just have him play the grandfather or something like that. That would be a great little spinoff. Jones, what's your joint this week, man?
My bring back show. They actually canceled it, and they shouldn't have. It was an HBO show called Wormwood.
Wormwood. I heard about that one, man. Yeah.
See, I love westerns. I used to watch them with my grandfathers.
Okay.
Actually, both of my grandfathers. And, you know, it's something about a western. It's like the manism in a western. It's like it makes you feel more like a man, and just like
that's
makes
because
you
it's
feel
extra
good, you know?
raw, man. Them dudes
Yeah,
wasn't wearing
man.
no deodorant. They
You
wasn't
just-
brushing their teeth.
Yeah,
they
you
didn't
know,
take
life-
showers every day. That was
Exactly.
extra raw and funky.
and but you know what? It was
extra dirty.
Brushing their teeth with
it was good because
Man.
it was about prospecting when gold was just in the land, and when they was like people was making shoes on the spot. And, oh yeah,
Man.
what cows are these from? Oh, there's them cows over
Man,
there.
if you got a
It was
cut
dope,
back then,
bro.
that was it. You was dying.
No,
if
the
you
doctors
scraped
was good
yourself,
too.
you was dying, bro.
The doctor had to shoot one dude just to keep this dude alive to do surgery on him.
Man.
They was still wanting to kill him. The doctor was 12 gauging people.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got doctors 12 gauging people, man. I don't know if I could live in them times,
Dope
bro.
show, bro.
I think that's a good
Dope
one.
show, bro.
What's your joint for this week, G?
Go with
bring
Mad
back
TV.
Oh yeah,
Mad TV.
yeah. That show used to be tight, man, with a little big hair, big ear dude.
Sometimes.
Mad TV was
Sometimes.
tight, man. They had a lot of
Kung
good
Fu
little
Master,
skits.
I think I like
Yeah.
Mad TV better than SNL.
I don't know about that. That's a battle because they was
SNL
definitely
real
battling.
sarcastic. I like the
They was
jokes.
battling with each other. I think Mad TV has
I
some
didn't like
great.
that face though. That face was always eerie to me. That big Mad TV face.
Yeah, the one with the big ears and the little red hair. And in the books, you used to flip the pages to the I Spy, Spy versus Spy, man. That used to be
Remember
tight
the magazine?
too.
The
Yeah,
Mad TV
that's what I'm
magazine?
talking about. Yeah, it was tight, man,
I used to
back in the
collect
day. Think that's a good one, man. So we want to thank you guys for listening to What the Fudge Podcast, episode 19. I've been your host, Sice, man. Had a couple of the homies here. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this new little addition that we have. We're going to try to have a little group sessions a little bit more before we go into this bedtime story. It's Robin in the Hood. Not Robin Hood, but Robin in the Hood. It's a little part. It's going to be a 2-part story. This is just going to be the first part because this story was extra long. And I just had to put my little twist on it. So I want to thank you guys, like I said, for listening. You can check us out on Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast, Spreaker, YouTube, iHeartRadio. You can listen. You can tell friends to listen. While you're on the toilet, you can listen to it. While you're taking a shower, you can. No matter what you're doing, you can take about an hour out your day if it's that long, depending on how long these episodes is. And take a listen to it. Jones, you got anything to say before we go, homie?
Always. I just want to say, the more stress you're able to keep down, the more healthy your body will be. So keep your stress levels low and don't worry about anything. You know what I mean? Everything that's meant to come back, everything that's meant for you, you'll get.
Right.
Everything that's not meant for you, you're not going to receive.
I agree.
So don't work and kill yourself trying to obtain something that's not even meant for you.
On the real. G, how about you? You got anything to say before we go, bro?
Nah, I ain't got too much, man. It was a great show. I always enjoy it.
I appreciate it. We thank you guys, like I said, out there for listening. Y'all have a good week and stay tuned for the next episode.
Robin in the Hood by Sice Man. Once upon a time, long ago in a hood over in England somewhere, it was ruled by this wicked crazy dude, Prince Lord John. Yeah! He ordered Sheriff Roll-Up to tax people so much that they were forced to join gangs. Now, two of the most famous notorious gang members in the hood was the homie Robin Hood and his other little homie. Now, one day, the prince was traveling by coach to go see his homeboy Roll-Up to, get some more tax money. Now, he was so busy counting his stacks that he didn't notice he was passing through Smokeout Forest. Now, that's Robin Hood's hood. And he didn't see him and the homies watching from the trees waiting for him. Look at all that gold, man. Hey, little pistol, let's pay Prince Lord John a visit, said Robin Hood. In his coats, Prince Lord John was talking to his homie the counselor. And they was talking about what? Of course, gold. You already know. Life has become so wonderful since King Lord Richard left for the Crusades. He treated the people too nicely, and he missed out on all this lovely gold and green, said Prince Lord John. Now the homie Robin Hood and his little pistol homie was standing by the roadside disguised as lady fortune tellers when the coach passed by. Prince Lord John ordered to stop the coach. While Robin Hood told Prince Lord John's fortune, he slipped the royal rings off his finger real quick, and Lil Pistol helped himself to the prince's finest greenery that he had stashed in containers. Prince Lord John never even knew he was getting robbed until Robin and Lil Pistol escaped. Meanwhile, the sheriff of Roll-Up was busy collecting taxes. He even took the coin that Mrs. Big Butt Bunny had given her son, Skippy, for his birthday. Y'all know that's foul. The sheriff had no heart, y'all. He was heartless. Robin Hood didn't like Lil Skippy, and he didn't like the fact that he ain't had no presents on his birthday. So he dropped by and he gave the homie a bow as a gift and a big old hat. Now, the first time Skippy tried the bow, his arrow flew right over Prince Lord John's castle wall. That's pretty tight. On the other side, he saw Maid Marian and the homie Lady Luck. Even though Marian was related to Prince Lord John, long ago they had been childhood sweethearts, But one day, Robin's friend, Frere Big Bucket, came to Smokeout Forest with some news. Prince Lord John is having a shooting contest tomorrow, y'all. Maid Marian will French tongue kiss the winner. Everyone knew that the homie Robin was the best shooter in the hood. Everybody knew that. And the next day, two strangers appeared at the tournament. A stork and a duke. Nobody will recognize us in these disguises. I'll win the tournament, I'll get the kiss, and I'll get them cheeks. You feel me? Soon the stork and the sheriff were the only ones left in the contest. And even though Sheriff tried to cheat by having the target move, because he on that sneaky stuff, the stork made an amazing move and won. Prince Lord John watched very closely. Robin Hood came to claim his prize, but Prince Lord John ordered his guards to seize him and give him immediate death. Now y'all come back for part 2. This is part 1 of the story. Y'all come in next week for episode 20 for part 2.
Look at the top of his head.